The Yankees entered tonight saying that talk is cheap, the season was on the line, and Brian Cashman in the pregame that things are looking pretty bad right now. And with all that in mind, a breakout game was a necessity. And soon, fortunately for the Yankees, an 11-5 win over the Los Angeles Angels in their best offensive game of the season was just what the doctor ordered. 11 across the board in runs, hits, and RBIs with contributions throughout the lineup. Every runner across the plate, nearly all produced hits, and those that didn't, Stanton walked 3 times, Gardner twice with a sacrifice fly. Let's dive into the details. Bottom of the first, Gary Sanchez opens up the scoring with a solo home run as he continues to make a strong push for the All-Star game with his offensive run as of late. 7 home runs over his last 18 games. But that was only a preview of what was to come for the Yankees. It was the Angels, though, who stole the lead right back in the second with a leadoff single followed by a 2-run homer from Jose Iglesias as they got to Jameson Taillon early. But that was the only lead the Angels had all night, though, as Taillon settled down on the mound and the Yankees offense took over at the plate. Things started with a 4-run effort in the second in the type of explosive inning that has evaded the Yankees so far this season. Urshela took a walk, and Duhar shifted him over with a single, followed by a Gardner sacrifice fly to score the first. Then DJ LeMahieu continued his hot streak with a go-ahead RBI single in the following at-bat, and then it was Aaron Judge dropping the hammer with a 2-run blast to finish things off, a team-high 18th of the season.
I saw a lot of 3-2 counts from our guys, and then, in certain situations where, if they're not going to give you a pitch to hit with guys on base, take your walk. Let the next guy up there, hit during this inning and get to see some pitches. And I think that's what it really takes for this team to kind of, get rolling and get where we need to be is, it's kind of tough when, 3 guys go up to hit during an inning and then an inning's over and then you got to wait till the whole next inning to hit again. And, we didn't get 4, 5, 6, 7 guys up there in an inning. That's when the team really starts to flow and you start having really good team at bats and really putting pressure on guys.
All of a sudden, the Yankees were up 5-2, but the Angels did not go away, and it was because of Shohei Ohtani making his presence known at Yankee Stadium with a home run in the opener. Ohtani came back for more in the second game, sending another one into the seats to continue what has been a historic month of June for him. The Yankees, though, gave Taillon something that he has not been accustomed to much this year: run support. That came through a 4th inning in which the Yankees batted the entire order and brought 5 runs home to tie the season high in a single inning for the 4th time. And Duhar started things off with a home run, possibly benefiting from consistency, being in the lineup on back-to-back nights. Gardner took a walk to then be brought home by a Gary Sanchez single. Another walk, 1 of 3 for Stanton, and 9 on the night as a team followed. And then Luke Voit jumped in on the action with a 2-run double. Lastly, it was Gleyber Torres, the only Yankee yet to reach base who's been in such a slump as of late, singling to drive in another run. Boone had taken Torres out of the lineup for a brief stint to allow him to refresh his mind, and it seems to have paid off tonight. And after all that, the Yankees blew things open 10-3. Again, though, the Angels did not go away, fighting back with 2 more runs in the 5th, again off the bat of Shohei Ohtani. The Star Angels DH set to take the mound on Wednesday blasted his 2nd home run of the game for a 5th multi-home run game this season, and Aaron Boone described him at the plate best.
His second to last at bat, I said it was nice to see him up there with nobody on base and down 6. I prefer it that way. He's impressive. It's a lot coming through the zone. I remember seeing him for the first time and being impressed a few years ago. It seems like he's gone to another level, and there's a little bit of fear when he walks up there.
Fortunately for the Yankees, the lead was already well established, and it was the last time the Angels hit the scoreboard on the night. Nestor Cortez delivered 3 strikeouts and 1 hit over an inning and 2/3 of work, followed by 2 scoreless innings from Albert Abreu, who took a shot off his hip to end the 8th and was clearly a bit bothered by it after the fact, but the bullpen certainly had a better outing with a bit of comfort not having to play in such a close game. That scare, though, was the only one the Yankees had on the night, as they added 1 last run in the 6th with an RBI double from Andujar to make it a season high in runs and cement the final score, 11-5, as they now have 36 home runs over their last 18 games, and the offense really starting to getting it going. Taillon, he earned his 3rd win of the season despite allowing a season-high tying 5 runs and career-high tying 3 home runs across 5 1/3 innings of work. Now with wins in his last 2 starts after missing 1 across his previous 8, 7 runs of support in the first, 11 runs tonight. The scorecard speaks for itself, but there are also a few more underrated parts of the Yankees' success tonight. Boone credited the tough at-bats, exemplified by the number of full counts the Yankees found themselves in, as Aaron Judge cited, and also the amount of 2-out production, with the number of Yankees runs coming in that spot. They also got the big hits when it mattered, finishing 4 of 7 with runners in scoring position and striking out just 8 times.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We've had different runs, different sparks, different good things happen where we've built some momentum. We just got to keep doing it. Everyone knows what they're capable of, and we got to keep digging and keep fighting.
And what is the feeling like in the dugout on a night like this?
Just like any other night, you know, it's time to go. You know, it's game time. You know, we got to have, you know, like a lion mentality. You know, it's, you know, never back down. You know, even if it's a game in April or if it's tonight's game where we're, you know, we put up a lot of runs, you know, we've had the same mentality and we got to keep that same mentality throughout the whole year.
This was the type of night the Yankees needed, but at the same time, they can't get ahead of themselves either. As Boone said, it's not going to be like this every night, and they have to keep their heads down and keep chugging through things when they aren't going their way. That being said, they certainly would have complained if there were a lot more nights closer to this. Reporting on the Yankees, I'm Alex Wolz, WFUV Sports.